Yeah, we're going to go back to phones. Let me go to Frank. Frank's calling us from Virginia. Hey, Frank.
Yes. How are you?
Good, Frank.
But I have a pension
Okay.
that the company was sold, and I've got basically 30 days to decide what to do with it.
Okay.
And I talked to a financial advisor that works basically with Advisors Capital.
And wants you to take the lump sum. He wants you to take the lump
He
sum.
wants me to take the lump sum and
Right.
said he could get me, $200-300 more per month than I could get if I left it there and just take a monthly income.
So,
And I just wanted to.
so how much is the lump sum roughly?
It's a little over 300,000.
Okay. So, and do you know? I mean, what are they saying per month that they're going to give you if you don't take the lump sum?
If I don't take the lump sum, they're talking. I think it's like 1,700.
Yeah. So, and when are you retiring, Frank?
Probably the first of the year.
Yeah. Here's the thing, Frank. I would probably take the 1,700. Now, so that's over 6% return. So you're getting 7% or so. Might even be a little more than 7. But you're getting 7%, give or take, on that money, on $300,000. So if somebody's giving you $200 more, he's now saying that he's going to get you, 8 to 9%. Now, here's the thing about the 8 to 9%. That means you're getting 8 to 9% or 9%, we'll say. Let me do the math, I'll tell you. But 9% will say every single year, month in and month out, until the Lord calls you home. Okay, so that's basically what they're saying. And I would submit to you that it's a very hard thing to do. That's going to be a hard thing to do. Will there be years in the next 10 years where they make 13%? Yes. 14%, 15% even? And would there be years where they're going to make 4%? Yes. So in a 10-year period, it may all come out in the wash and it might be okay. But I'm always concerned that especially if this is money you need to live off of, I'm always concerned that there's going to be a financial person out there that is going to do the wrong thing. I happen to believe that is more likely than not with the money. And they're going to put you into some things that is going to go down dramatically and never recover. And all of a sudden, you're trying to get, now you've got to make 11%. I'm making up numbers here. But now you've got to make 11% on $250,000 that year because it went down and now your principal is only $250,000. And if you have another bad year, now you've got to make 13% on $225,000. I'm just making numbers up. And then you could have a really good year and it can go up to $280,000, but now you've got to make 10% on $280,000. Again, I'm making these numbers up. I'm trying to draw you a picture. And my concern is that the same concern I had for the last person I talked to. I don't want you to be in a place where you outlive that money. Now, if you're going to take the entire $300,000 and put it over into some sort of an immediate annuity, either a charitable gift annuity preferably, or an annuity they have, And they are guaranteeing you because it's an immediate annuity. So it's a very similar thing. You're basically giving up the principal. You don't have that money. But for that, you're getting guaranteed X amount of dollars every month. And now you're getting a guarantee of would you say? They were offering you 17. So now you're getting $1,900 a month for the rest of your life because of that. Then that might not be a bad thing to do if that's possible. But listen, no financial advisor. That's why I interrupted you and said he wants you to take the lump sum. There is no financial advisor that's going to tell you anything different because they can't make any money unless you take the lump sum. So, I mean, that's just what they're in the business of doing, and that's what they're going to always recommend that you take the lump sum.
Yeah.
And the guy might be great. He might be one of the really good guys that are going to do a great job. And I'm not saying that he's not or she's not. I'm not saying that's not a possibility. It certainly is a possibility. Right. But I don't know that. So, and you don't know that maybe even. But my thing is, I want you to fix your income. I want you to know that, hey, I got Social Security coming in, it's going to be this, and I got this $1,700 coming in, it's going to be this. The downside is President Obama last year changed the rules on pension funds, which were a gift. He gave a gift to the unions, basically, in making this. But unfortunately, it impacts everybody, and it allows pensions to say, you know what? Frank, I was giving you this $1,700 a month, but we can't do it anymore. We can't afford it. We're going to give you $1,500, and they're allowed to do that. They could say $1,000, and they're going to be allowed to do that. And now you're stuck with $1,000. That's the other real downside. I hope whoever the next president is, and in the next Congress, they would change that back to where you can't do it. Company, you've got to suck it up and figure out a way to pay it, even if it's got to come out of your general operating expenses. So that's the downside. So I know I gave you an awful lot to be thinking about, but I don't want you to get caught up in, wow, $300,000 is a lot of money. And this guy showed me an illustration, and it's going to turn that into $500,000, and I'm still going to be getting all the money. And I'm not saying that's not possible and could happen, maybe isn't going to happen, but I want you to stay focused on the income. I want you to focus on the bird in the hand, so to speak. I know what I got. I know what I have. I got $1,700, and there may be other stipulations, like maybe they're paying a little of your medical, maybe they're giving you a cost of living increase in that over the years or whatever. But I would look at all of those things and just think about the income, because that's the important thing.
Let me ask you one other question.
Sure.
The charitable gift annuities, is that something that could pay comparable to what this pension would pay me if I took the lump sum and put it into a charitable annuity?
It could, Frank, pay comparable or a little more than that. My only problem with it is, and the reason why it might not be an option for you, is because unfortunately, in order to do that, you got to pay all the tax on the money. Because they won't let you, the IRS doesn't allow this money to be rolled over into a charitable gift annuity. It's been before Congress three times to allow it, and they've shot it down all three times. So it would be treated to you as a distribution, which would not make good financial sense for you to do that, because it's too much money, and you would have to pay all the tax on $300,000. And I wouldn't want you to do that. I don't think it would be the right thing to do.
Okay. All right.
All right.
Thanks so much for your help.
All right, Frank. Thank you for the call. I know that was edifying for a lot of people, and just because we are getting close to being out of time, and I don't.